On this episode of Southpaw Drones, we'll be taking a look at the HS110D from Holy Stone, right after this. Hello and welcome. I'm Southpaw, and if this is the first time you're joining us on the channel, thanks very much for popping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like and share it with your friends too. And if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, hit that notification bell too. Alright, today we have the HS series HS110D from Holy Stone. It's a Wi-Fi FPV quad, 120-degree angle on the camera, and it's a 720p HD camera. So let's have a look at what we get inside. Okay, we've got our usual instruction manual. Holy Stone usually lay these out very well, so I'm expecting nothing less. A full parts list. Okay, it's going through all the functions of the transmitter, charging the battery, taking off your props and your prop guards, and also the phone boom as well there. Excellent. We're taking 4 AA batteries, and it does have an on and off switch, which is excellent. Yeah, pretty good. It's showing you how to sync there. It's showing you what everything says on the little display screen on the controller. Excellent manual, very good indeed. And a little quick start guide as well, and the usual Holy Stone notebook. So a nice little personal notebook for whatever you want. Little tabs there, Holy Stone monogrammed post-it notes and general notes. I think there's customer service, which is excellent with Holy Stone. Customer service listed there for various different countries: Europe, Canada and America. Brilliant. That's quite a nice little addition. Brilliant. Right, okay, let's have a look. Oh, hang on, more. Extra free battery if we write an Amazon review. Okay, well, I think we can cope with that. And if we like them on Facebook, we can also get some spare parts. That's pretty good service. Excellent. All right, let's remove the first layer. Have a look. If you can hear some heavy breathing in the background, that's my dog, not me. Anyway, right, let's take it out and have a look, shall we? Push that back a little. Clear a little space here. Throw that on the floor unnecessarily. Here she is. Now, she's quite thin plastic on the top. I actually don't mind that at all. I have no intention of crashing it, so how strong it is as far as flexibility on the top there is not really much of a concern. However, the actual arms are very solid. So that's a nice thick plastic. That's not thin at all. Top section there is very thin, but that's probably something to do with making sure it receives a good signal, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. We've got 4 props held on with, as you can see, a little screw head there. There's a tiny little screw holding on the props. Brushed motors. Nice little LED covers on the bottom there. That's quite good. You can see them from below and from the sides, which is handy for orientation at range. That's very good. It's got a nice sort of phantom class feel about the design, certainly. Quite short, stubby little legs, but they've got a nice little bit of spring to the legs. That's quite good. We've got a 720p camera there at the front. It's a whole modularized unit. It does click off, I believe. Not going to do that right now. There's your charge port. It's a USB charge port. You charge the battery whilst it's in the quad. I'm not entirely happy about that necessarily, but there might well be available extra chargers at some point in the future. We've got an on and off button there, which is very handy indeed. Always should have an off and on button on your quad. Yeah, not a bad little finish. All in white. I think these come in black as well. Very nice. Antenna out from the aircraft as well, the Wi-Fi feed. That means we're likely to get a reasonable range, which is excellent. Okay, we'll put the quad to one side for a second and see what else we get in here. We've got, that's quite good, it's got all the controls on there on the front of the transmitter. So we've got quite a nice little screen here. I'm not sure whether you can see that there. Everything's lit up. We've got there's 4 speed modes by the look of it. Camera roll, perhaps, normal and headless mode. We will not be using those. Resync, which is I think to how you calibrate your gyros. So it's got a gyro calibration button rather than having to guess and find out which angle to initiate that. It's actually got a resync button. I like that. That's very good. And an engine start button as well. That's very good as well. I think that doubles as your landing. By the look of it, it says landing underneath, so I'm guessing that's auto land. And there's your speed functions up and down. Trims as usual. And you've got on the top there, this is all very well labelled. That's excellent. We've got camera, short press camera, and 2-second press for video, and then flips on this side. Quite good. Let's see how many batteries we need to be putting in here. Okay, so we get 4 AA batteries going in the back. Doesn't appear to be any form of charging port, so you will have to make sure your batteries are fully charged or you're using proprietary batteries. Okay, what else have we got? We've got a little phone boom. Excellent. That appears to lock into the top here and connect onto the lanyard holder. Okay, brilliant. Not too bad. That'll get most phones in there, I'm guessing, up to a sort of phablet sized phones. Then we have tree catchers. 5 tree catchers, 6 tree catchers, okay. Lots of spare propeller guards that we will never use, and a set of extra landing gear. That's always appreciated. You never know when you're going to catch those and break them on something, so that's always handy to have. And of course we've got some spare props, a full set of spare props. Oh, what's that else in there? Oh, okay, cool. We've got a couple of spare light covers, so if you do crash and one of those pops off or breaks, got a couple of spares of those. That's quite good. And we've got the USB charging cable, just a standard one. What else? We've got a couple of bags or something. Oh, extra propeller hub screws and little spaces there for underneath, I presume underneath the little hubs to hold on your propellers. Excellent. The spare screws are always, when they're so teeny tiny, that's always handy to have spare ones of those right in the packet. That's really, really good. Have we got anything else underneath there? Nope, that's everything. Okay. Wonderful. So we get spare props and light guards. Nice little instruction sheet over the transmitter. And of course, here she is. So I think the charge time on this is about 90 minutes, about an hour and a half. So I'm going to charge this up and see if we can get some feed from it. And with a bit of luck, we'll have a look at the app as well. Right, there we go. So as you can see on the app across the top here, we've got the first button will bring up your sticks, camera and video footage, speed mode, and you've got your gyro mode if you're flying by your phone, VR mode, and then the button to look at all your videos and photographs that you've already taken. We've got the signal strength of the connection to the drone and the battery life of the drone on the screen as well, which is rather handy, and a big emergency stop button at the bottom. Very useful indeed. So let's take a look at the battery itself. Take that out. We have got a 3.7 volt 1000 milliampere hour battery. Charge voltage is 4.2 when it's full. So, oh, that's a little SEMA style connector on the end there. Not sure if you had a SEMA style lead, you'd probably be able to charge that separately and charge more than one at once. that might be something I'm looking into on Amazon, see if I can get one of those leads so that I can charge a couple of batteries at once rather than having to charge it inside the drone. On the back of the camera, I've just noticed there is a SD card slot, and it appears to be, yeah, there's something in there that's functional. So we've got a full SD card recording on board the camera. That's quite good. So we'll get live feed. I presume you can be able to record direct to your phone or from the live feed, and you've got the option of recording on board as well, to just in case you get any lag. The camera is allegedly a low latency camera, so we'll give that a test and find out whether or not. Okay, that just clicks in pretty easy. There we go, that's locked in. There's a lock on there's a squeeze point on the top and the bottom of the battery there, so that's locked in pretty good. Yeah, that's very nice. It weighs 148 grams, I believe. 148 grams for the aircraft. I will double check, and I'll put them on the bottom of the screen, whether that's including the battery or whether that's just the aircraft weight. I'll double check and run it across the bottom of the screen so you know for sure, but I'm pretty sure even with the battery in, that's not going to go anywhere near the 250 gram limit. The propellers are blunt nose, so blunt nose propellers do tend to shorten your flight time because of the way they cut through the air. Rounded tips do tend to last, give you a slightly longer flight time, but we'll see. It's got a 10-minute flight time according to the manual, so we'll definitely be testing that out. 10 minutes is a great time. You can get some good footage without having to worry too much that you're going to run out of battery time. It's a Holystone transmitter, so I'm guessing it's going to be beeping at you when the battery runs low, so that's always useful, because you can't always see LEDs, even if they are mounted like this from the side. You can't always see them from range, so we do like a beeping controller, not something that screams constantly, but something that does let you know. It's got a control range of under 150 meters, it says, so I'm guessing 100 to 150 meters, and then the FPV range is 50 meters. We will at some point do an FPV range test and probably do a Wi-Fi repeater range test, see if we can get any further distance out of it as well. All right, well, thank you very much for joining us for the unboxing of the HS110D. Don't forget to tune in for the flight video. Join us next time on Southpaw Drones.